The Cuban Missile Crisis, which took place in October 1962, was a harrowing 13-day confrontation between the United States and the Soviet Union, bringing the world to the brink of nuclear war. It was the height of Cold War tensions, and the crisis remains one of the most dangerous moments in modern history. The discovery of Soviet nuclear missiles on the island of Cuba, just 90 miles off the coast of Florida, set off a dramatic chain of events that could have resulted in catastrophic consequences. The roots of the crisis can be traced to the Cold War rivalry between the US and the Soviet Union, as well as the Cuban Revolution of 1959, which brought Fidel Castro to power. Castro's alignment with the Soviet Union angered the US, leading to a series of failed attempts to overthrow him, most notably the Bay of Pigs invasion in 1961. In response to these threats, Soviet Premier Nikita Khrushchev saw an opportunity to place nuclear missiles in Cuba, both to protect Castro's regime and to counter the US missiles stationed in Turkey, which threatened the Soviet Union. On October 14, 1962, American U-2 spy planes captured photographs of missile sites under construction in Cuba. President John F. Kennedy was immediately briefed, and over the next few days, the U.S. government debated how to respond. After considering airstrikes and a full-scale invasion of Cuba, Kennedy opted for a naval blockade, which he referred to as a quarantine, to prevent further Soviet shipments of military equipment to the island. As tensions escalated, the world watched anxiously. Soviet ships carrying additional missiles approached the U.S. blockade, raising the specter of direct military conflict. Behind the scenes, intense diplomatic negotiations took place, with both sides aware that any misstep could lead to nuclear war. On October 28th, Khrushchev agreed to remove the missiles in exchange for a U.S. promise not to invade Cuba. Secretly, Kennedy also agreed to remove American missiles from Turkey, though this concession was not made public at the time. The Cuban Missile Crisis had profound implications for international relations. It led to the establishment of a direct hotline between Washington and Moscow to prevent future crises, and paved the way for arms control agreements, such as the Nuclear Test Ban Treaty of 1963. Most importantly, it underscored the catastrophic potential of nuclear war and the need for careful diplomacy in an age of unprecedented destructive power.